FMU, you're on the air.
Yeah. Hello?
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you tonight?
Hey, it's great. My dad's going to be the president of the United States.
Hey, who is this? Alan?
Yeah.
Hey, Alan. How you doing?
Good. How you doing? Who's this?
This is Tom.
Hey, Tom. How you doing? How's NPR?
NPR? I wouldn't know. This actually isn't an NPR station. It's an independent station, kind of similar to NPR, but it's not part of a whole.
Oh, yeah. They told me it was NPR. That's all right. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. So this is Alan Lieberman calling in.
That's right. My dad's going to win presidency.
He's going to do it, you think?
Yeah, it's looking like that. I haven't heard since this afternoon, but looking good, right?
Yeah, it's pretty tight. I think. How did they do in what was? Did they get Florida?
Florida?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was supposed to. I haven't heard the election stuff yet. I haven't heard it yet, but I think it's good. It's looking good, I think.
I think so. So
people are telling me it's looking good.
I think it's looking good for you guys. So where are you? Is everybody where? In Tennessee now?
No, I was I was supposed to go. I live in Florida 6 months out of the year. I was actually I'm usually in Bridgeport 6 months out of the year.
Uh-huh.
And I usually live in Florida for the other 6 months of the year. And I go to Jamaica, but that's a different story. But I was supposed to go to Tennessee, but a friend of mine was having a party in New York City. I got invited to a party in New York City, and I'm there now. It's it's a campaign party.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah, it's good. They got some strippers, some scores.
At the party you're at now.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, give me yeah. Hello?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get into another room.
Okay.
It gets a little bit crazy right
Yeah, it's
here.
a little loud.
Hold on, let me try and see if I can get into a. So how you doing?
I'm doing
good,
great.
Right?
This is exciting. So why don't we kind of didn't hear a whole lot from you this during the campaign.
No, I know. I've been trying to. That's the thing. That's why now that we won, I think it's good because I've been trying to campaign, but I'm not a politician.
Yeah.
I'm a tennis pro.
Uh-huh.
And I live 6 months out of the year in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and 6 months out of the year in West Palm Beach. I teach tennis down there at the Highlands Country Club.
Mm-hmm.
I teach mostly intermediates, but and then I go 2 weeks out of the year to Jamaica in the Grill Beach. They put me up there. They give me free drinks, the whole thing, just to teach tennis. It's a whole free 2 week vacation for me. All I got to do is I teach 4 hours tennis a day.
Mm-hmm.
And, because it gets too hot in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So you teach for a couple hours in the morning, and then at 4:30, 5 o'clock, you put in another couple classes.
Okay, so you call it a day.
Well, the thing is, it's too hot, and most of the people down there for vacation, the thing is, and I want to teach people seriously tennis, but I don't do that. I used to be ranked. I used to be a ranked tennis player when I was in the juniors. When I was 14 years old, I beat Andre Agassi.
Really?
Yeah, he was 11 years old, but he was still in the juniors.
How old were you?
I was 14. I was 14, but it was the same competition. It was it was USTA competition, and I can't play tennis anymore because I take lithium, and it gets me dry mouth. And they also had a problem with I would psych out the other opponents. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Do a lot of mental psyching out and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I used to wear a tie out there, on the court. Just make them nervous and stuff like that. I beat Agassi 3 sets love.
Okay, so how old are you now, Alan?
I'm going to be 38 in 2 months.
Okay.
And but I'm a young 38. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Single guy, still have most of my hair. Because my dad's family's got a lot of hair in my family.
Okay, yeah.
And so it's all ahead of me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what? What's the campaign experience been like for you to be the son of the potential vice president?
Dude, it's been great. It's been really great. I haven't campaigned as much as I want to. 'Cause I want to get out there. I want my dad to, I want my dad to win. You know what I mean? Because I want to go to the White House. And but they don't. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people to campaign, and they don't. they don't. They, a lot of times they say they don't need me. I think I can deliver, like a certain, like the 38-year-old's vote. You know what I mean? Because I know what like 38-year-old people want. 37-year-olds, 36-year-olds, people like I could, pull in the tennis vote a lot. And but I got, I met the Gores. I met Al Gore. We got the same first name.
Yeah.
I'm actually he's actually Albert.
Yeah.
And I'm Alan.
Mm-hmm.
But it's basically the same thing.
It's still
I go by Al, he goes by Al.
Yeah.
And
so what was he like?
He was a good guy. He's a good guy. You know what I mean? He's like he gets a bum rap. But he's a good guy. He's a cool guy. He he used to party a lot. I think in back in the days. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And Tip was cool. And I met I met his daughters. They're really hot. They're really hot daughters. Corinna, I met Corinna. She's sort of a bitch.
Really?
Yeah, she's sort of like, I think she she went to Harvard or something like that. She's got a real attitude, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, it's like, I was trying to tell her, it's like, like to me, it's like, now we're like going to be family. You know what I mean? We're all going to be at the White House. It's going to be like family thing. And I just, she was very uppity, and I was like, let's go see a movie or something. Let's go check out a movie together or something. I know she's married. I'm not saying it in that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's hot, but I'm being respectful. I said I would babysit for their kid. They get a 2-year-old kid, a 1-year-old kid. I told her I'd give her free tennis license. I said I'd give her 5 free tennis licenses. It's $250 value.
Yeah.
And she was like, she wasn't interested in that. It's like, generally I won't even teach novices. She's a novice tennis player. I only teach intermediates. I got to have her playing great tennis in 5 lessons. I was going to give it to her for free. It's $250 value. She didn't,
Yeah, so you kind of... Yeah. So it's kind of like I guess you kind of would be like a family in terms of you'd all
That's
be...
what I'm saying. It's like we're all like, it's like a big family. It's like, they're the first family, but we're like the, whatever, the second family. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I know that you saw Corinna Gore Schiff, I think her name is.
Yeah, she's married like I don't know, the guy's a doctor or something.
But she did a lot of stumping. She was up at the convention and did things.
That's exactly my point. That's what I said to my dad. I was like, Dad, look, Corinna, she's up there. I'll tell you something. She's the one who's pulling all the strings with him, with Al Gore.
Okay.
Yeah, he listens to her all the time. My dad doesn't really listen to me that much. He listens to me a little bit, but not that much. I told him, I said, look, you got to go out there. Like, first of all, I was the one who taught my dad's a decent tennis player. I taught him a 2-handed backhand, okay?
Okay.
Before he always used to do like a 1-handed backhand. I taught him a 2-handed backhand. He's a great tennis player. He's really good at doubles. Much better at doubles than at singles. And, but they won't, they won't let me, I want to, get out there and campaign more, but I try to, have them set up a couple of things.
Yeah.
And that's why, it was good. That's good for me to make this, talk to the people on the radio station.
So is this one of the first things you're actually doing?
Well, I talked to, in Bridgeport, Connecticut, they have a KISS 108. I talked to the DJ there, Matty Siegel, in the morning a couple of months ago, and I thought it went really well. Because I think he's going to take Connecticut tonight.
Okay.
And I'm not saying I, was totally responsible for that, but I think it's part of it. But then, there's people in the campaign, there's a lot of, jealousy, you know what I mean? It's
sure.
Because, I can call my dad whenever I want, but there's people in the campaign, they can't call my dad. And, and also part of it's Hadassah, and she's, Hadassah's not my real mom.
Yeah.
And she,
okay.
She's not my real mom, and she's sort of a bitch too. Hadassah is. And she's not my real mom. She tried to get me sent to military school. Tried to get me sent to military school when I was 23 years old.
Yeah, that's a little old for.
I know. That's what I said. It's ridiculous. Like she was trying to get me to go to some school or something. And I was like, I've been to college. I've been to, I went to.
Where did you go to school?
I went to Babson College. And Franklin Pierce. I went to 5 different colleges. And I haven't I still a couple, like 15 credits too shy or something like that to get my BA. But,
Well, what were you in school for, Alan?
What was I to get a college degree?
Yeah, but what was your major? Well, what would have?
It switched around a lot. I was going to take, I was going to do tennis mostly.
Okay.
I want to teach, get like a physical education degree, teach tennis. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And they didn't have that at like 2 or 3 of the colleges I went to. That's why I had to transfer.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
now what would you put that toward ultimately? What would be your ultimate career goal?
I teach tennis. I'm going to start my own tennis school. Now, I don't know. If we go to the White House, I think I can do I can be like head of physical education to do the, teach tennis.
Uh-huh.
Teach tennis for be the head tennis instructor of the entire country.
So you would go to D.C. with your family?
Yeah, I think so. Like, why not, right? I mean, you could stay at the, like the first president White House or, whatever the White House is for the vice president. You stay there. I heard, they got like unbelievable facilities there.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's the thing, we're trying to work that out right now. Talking to my dad about it, I just didn't want to jinx it, you know what I mean? He didn't want to talk about it. He didn't want to jinx it.
Yeah.
And
Now you said you're 37 right now?
Yeah, 37.
Now that's kind of, I guess, if you think about it, you'd be living in the house with your family, and isn't that kind of like, no offense, old to be?
What do you mean?
To be going with your family. I mean, you're already an
I'm not
adult.
going to live with my parents in their house in Connecticut. I'm going to the White House. Different thing,
Okay.
Different thing. They have he's going to need advisors around there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's tough because I'm having trouble. I can't teach tennis anymore, down to West Palm Beach as much anymore because I have an inner ear disequilibrium.
Okay, what is that?
I had my head crushed, and so I can't I can't teach tennis much. I get dizzy. I'm trying to sue, but the lawyers.
How did you get
I went to a strip club in Florida City. I went down to Florida City, right on the tip of the Keys. Keys are beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been down there, but it's gorgeous down there. And they got great, it's high-fi tennis courts. You get an Isla Mirada, you get like a hop and skip. Anyways, so at the Florida City, I was at the strip club, and they had some stripper, who wrestles.
Okay.
And I don't, I'm not the type of guy who goes up and wrestles strippers. I did it as a lark. It's like a joke for me. You know what I mean?
Like it was a challenge or something?
Well, no, it's just, I'm not the type of guy who wrestles strippers. That's ridiculous. But she's that's what she does. That's like her thing. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like different strippers have different things that they do as specialties. She wrestles guys, and I was down there, and it's like I was getting challenged. So I went up there. You wouldn't believe this girl's got legs. Like you wouldn't believe it. Like a nutcracker. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And she put my head in her legs and crushed my eardrum, I think.
God.
And so I have like an inner ear disequilibrium. I can't play tennis. I can't teach tennis. I have to sit there. When I teach in my classes now, I got to sit on the side of the court and just tell them I can't get up there and hit the balls to them. Which seriously impedes your ability to be a tennis instructor.
Yeah. So what does it do? I mean, does it throws all your equilibrium off?
I get dizzy. I get dizzy unless I drink. I have to drink to get to even out the dizziness, and you can't. They don't want you drinking when you.
No.
I'll drink a little bit before I go out there, but if they smell it on your breath, forget about it.
They're not going to want.
No, this place in West Palm Beach, I can get away with that at Bridgeport because I teach at the Y there. But I mean, if I do that at West Palm Beach, the Highlands Country Club, it's one of the most prestigious country clubs in the country. I'm the number 2 tennis instructor there. I don't even deal with novices, and so you can't do that type of thing.
Now
but I'm trying to sue, and I can't get. I've talked to 4 different lawyers, and they tell me that she doesn't have any money. The girl, she's got a website. She's got a website on the computer, on the internet, and and she's got her own website. And the lawyers tell me she doesn't have any money. You don't, I don't know if you know anything about the internet, but you don't have a website up there unless you have a lot of money. I mean, you got all these guys making $1 million off the internet. I know she's got money. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And it's like I need that money, so that's part of the reason. Why I need to. I go up to if I stay. Maybe if I stay up at the White House for a while. My thing will clear up.
Well, it wouldn't be the White House. It would be the. I'm not even sure what house the vice president.
Yeah, it's like they have a White House for the vice president too.
Okay, so it's like a White House. It's like Air Force 2.
Like what? No, it's got nothing to do with the Air Force.
No, I know that. I mean, it's like
all just. It's like like they have the president lives in the White House.
Yeah,
Chelsea
I know that.
Clinton lives in the White House.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Clinton lives there when she's not, I know she moved to New York.
Mm-hmm.
And
the
vice president has his own house, too.
Yeah, well, I'm aware of that. I was just making the comparison between...
There's been other vice presidents who have family, too.
Yeah, but I was just saying...
I don't know which ones, but I know there's been some.
Yeah, I was saying because, the president lives in the White House, and the president uses Air Force One. The vice president has Air Force Two, so he must have, the equivalent
like the airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. So, but getting
yeah,
back...
I've been on the... we got to go Lieberman 747.
So you were
747. I've been on it. I've driven on it. I took a ride on it.
What was that like?
It was great.
Mm-hmm.
You've never seen an airplane like this. It's not it's not like a regular 747.
Mm-hmm.
You're on the plane. They got they got 10 seats across. They don't have that. They took all those seats out, and it's like being in a house.
So
it's like being in a house. You wouldn't even know if you didn't look out the window. You wouldn't know you were in a house.
So it's like a luxury.
Oh my God! They have 2 complete wet bars, 1 dry bar. They got guys working them 24/7.
Wow.
I mean, I've only been on 1 trip, but because I got into a big fight with a guy on there. So.
Mm-hmm. Now getting back to the, you had made the point that
you get much drunker too. When you're on a flight like that.
I guess because of the.
I mean, I drink a lot of vodka, but you think you can drink as much as you can on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
When you're up in the air, but you can't.
Oh. Now, flying, was that any problem for your ear situation?
What's that?
Was that any problem with your eardrum, your crushed eardrum, going up in a plane?
No, that's why I had a drink.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was saying, is that when you drink, it balances out.
Okay.
It balances out a little bit. I mean, it hurt. It definitely did hurt. I mean, no, I don't want to say it didn't hurt, but it definitely did hurt. I mean, that's the thing, is I can't, I'm trying to sue, and that's the thing, is that I can't get a lawyer to do my thing,
Now,
my dad's all upset about it.
Now, if you moved to D.C. with your family, what would you do in Washington D.C.? What would you still teach tennis?
I'd teach tennis. Try to teach tennis, and that whole the president has a whole commission on physical education.
Yeah.
And that's the vice. I think that I don't know who gets to choose that guy, but I figure I've been trying to get. I don't know how many people I've got to vote for my dad. Mm-hmm. But Florida's a big state.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big state in this election. I don't know if you've been following it all.
Yeah,
Florida is like one of the most important states.
It's a key state.
And I've told a lot of people down there. It's like, that's the way it works in politics. That's the thing. I never knew. I never worked with my dad's, in Connecticut because he was always going to win. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's like he almost didn't even want me around because he didn't want the distraction of having to care for his family, while he's running.
Yeah.
Because it's an important thing. You know what I mean? I mean, you got the whole, the whole state is relying on you. You know what I mean? To be a senator. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so, I didn't really do any campaigning there. But if it works, I guess, the point is, I think I should be able to get appointed to, the head, the physical education thing.
Mm-hmm. So you actually would like to get to be the head of the council for...
Yeah, that, or I would, I'll tell you what I'd love to do. I mean, I haven't talked to my dad about this, and this is this is sort of like a pipe dream, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'd like to be, not necessarily the first ambassador to Jamaica, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like the number 2 guy or number 3 guy, so I could stay in the embassy. You know what I mean? I could teach tennis. I got a lot of friends down there. I had a common law marriage with a girl down there that I met when I was teaching down there. Girl who, I helped her out. She had to do she was sort of had to do a little prostitution, and I would give her money so that she wouldn't have to do that.
Oh, okay.
So she's like my girlfriend, sort of. Mm-hmm. And if I could go down there, that's sort of like a pipe dream. It's right now it's I knock on wood. I got 2 weeks out of the year down there. It's great.
Mm-hmm. Now,
great. I don't know if you've ever been down there. It's awesome.
I was down there one time.
It's really good.
It's really nice.
And the thing is, I wanted to do a lot more campaigning than I wanted to do. Than they let me do.
Yeah.
The thing is, because I know stuff that I think I don't know. I think my dad's gonna win, but I know stuff that I think could have made it. My dad could have won 3 months ago. You know what I mean? Like, I know stuff. Like, because I'm a tennis pro, I talk to a lot of people.
Sure.
I talk to a lot of important people. Highlands Tennis Club is one of the top tennis clubs in the entire country. It's in West Palm Beach.
Yeah.
And they got a lot of money down, a lot of important people. And I was talking to a guy, okay, who knew a guy. You know who JFK Jr. is, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. He was Bobby Kennedy, John F. Kennedy Jr.'s son. John F. Kennedy's son.
Yes.
Okay. And he died in a plane crash, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's a guy, right? Now listen, you just got to follow this. It's a little bit complicated, but
okay.
He got 800 hours of flying time experience, right?
JFK Jr.
Yeah.
had.
Okay. Now, do you know how to fly a plane?
I've never flown one. I mean, I
All right. Well, there's some basic principles about flying a plane that everybody basically understands. And you get this in the first, I've never taken a flying lesson, but I know people who have.
Sure.
In the first, 100 hours, you learn there's only 3 ways to fly a plane.
Okay.
You fly it up, or you fly it down, or you fly it straight. You fly it up when you take off.
Yeah.
You fly it down when you land. You fly it straight when you're going over stuff that you don't want to,
Go into,
right.
Sure.
Okay, so here's a guy, JFK Jr., supposedly flew his plane into the ocean, right?
Yeah.
800 hours of flying time, okay? All right, so I was giving tennis lessons to a guy, I can't say his name. I don't know that you'd recognize his name, but he's a very wealthy individual, okay?
Okay.
And he's from the New Jersey area.
Really?
Okay, yeah. And he knows people who work at that airport where JFK Jr. flew out of, right? Okay. Do you know who did the maintenance? Okay, his plane was sabotaged. All right? You know who did the maintenance on that plane? You know who's on? I have documentary proof of this. I don't have it in my possession, but this guy I know has it, or he would tell it to me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you know who the person was who did the maintenance on that plane?
No.
Take a guess.
I have no idea.
George W. Bush.
So you're
George
saying
W. Bush did the maintenance on that plane. The guy assassinated JFK Jr. Okay, now I want to go out and tell people this about the assassination of JFK Jr., who is a very important figure in American politics. Well, he wasn't in politics, but he's a very important American figure, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people said he was like the Prince of America.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if George W. Bush assassinates this guy, okay, for whatever reason, because he doesn't like the Democrat Party or whatever it is, right? I say I should go out there and tell people this, right? They wouldn't let me. Nobody understands. I mean, they wouldn't let me. I wasn't given the opportunity to go out and say this. Now that to me is definition of insanity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if you got something like that would definitely make my dad win. Why wouldn't you go out and tell people?
Hey,
If you knew that, right? That would be insane, right?
to say that
that you don't tell people that.
Yeah. Hey, I just want to tell everybody we have as a guest Alan Lieberman, who's the son of vice presidential candidate for the Democratic Party.
Hey, he's going to be the vice president of the entire country soon.
Well,
I think he's going to win. He's going to, and then maybe he'll. Who knows? If Gore dies, he'll be the president of the United States.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he would in the chain of command. Yeah, he would.
That's right.
Yeah, but that's not something we should eat. That's the kind of thing you don't.
No, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying he's like that puts me very close to the presidency. You know what I'm saying? If he wins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If he wins, I'm very close to being like a first son or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
I got a sister, but I don't want to talk about her.
Well, let's get back to this. This allegation is kind of shocking that you would actually say that George. You're saying
I have
George
documentary proof of it.
Mm-hmm. You're saying that George W. Bush, though,
he did the maintenance. His name is on the docket of doing maintenance on the airplane that JFK Jr. flew from somewhere in New Jersey, some airport in New Jersey. He flew from New Jersey, somewhere in New Jersey, to Martha's Vineyard, okay, because he has like a house down there or something. I don't know if you heard about this, but he was flying with his wife.
Yeah.
And his wife's sister or something like that.
Yeah.
And supposedly he flew into the ocean, okay, which anybody who's ever flown a plane knows you just don't do that. You completely do not do that.
Yeah, but a lot of people...
And I have a feeling, this is all, speculative on my part, but I think that maybe, like the flaps, the flaps that tell you where they go up and down?
Yeah.
I think, George W. Bush cut him. I think he must have cut him while he was doing the maintenance. Because, look, he doesn't even work. Why is he doing the maintenance on that?
But I think
that doesn't even make any sense, Tom.
But now I understand it doesn't make sense. But how do you actually? How would George W. Bush have gotten access to do maintenance on an airplane that JFK Jr.? I mean, you have
George W. Bush. He could go in there. If George W. Bush walked into your radio station and said, I want to touch this dial, I want to touch that dial, you'd let him. He's the governor of Texas.
Yeah, but I mean,
of course he can go wherever he wants.
So you're.
And there's absolutely no reason for him to be doing maintenance. He doesn't even do that. I don't know if he knows anything about planes.
Yeah.
But even if he didn't, even if he did, why is he doing? What's he doing in New Jersey? It's not even his state.
But you have what? You have there's a document that has his name on it?
I know a guy who told me about this. He has a friend who works at this airport, okay?
Uh-huh.
And apparently his cousin has documentary proof that George W. Bush's name is on a docket for doing maintenance on all the planes. They have different sized planes that take off from the airport there. And different people do different, work on different planes. He worked on all those small planes that day.
Now, how do you know that it's the same George? I mean, it's a name that somebody else could have, George W. Bush. I mean, I'm sure there's more than one George W. Bush in America. So, I mean, it's kind of, if you don't have, like, if you had videotape or something, but if you just have something with somebody's name on it, that's not much proof. That's a pretty harsh accusation to me.
How many George W. Bushes do you think there are in the country?
I mean, you would need just one.
He's
more than one.
You don't think he's trademarked that name?
Well,
you don't think he's if you went online, go on the internet, and you got WW George W. Bush, who do you think would sue you? He would sue you. I've talked to lawyers about the whole internet thing, and I know, you can't do that. I tried to do that to that stripper. You can't take people's names.
Well, I understand you can't, but I'm not saying that somebody today is trying to take his name. There could be a 40-year-old man who happens to be named George W. Bush.
Yeah.
Yes, and he could be a plane. He could work on planes. I mean, it's. Look, it's
I don't know about that. I mean, how many George W. Bushes do you think? I mean, look. I mean, are you a Republican or a Democrat?
I'm a Democrat.
All right. I mean, it sounds like you're a Republican.
No, I'm not. I'm the only thing.
You're an independent or something? Who'd you vote for? Did you vote for my dad?
I guess I voted for Nader today, but I want your dad to win.
All right. Well, I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, I got the same thing. I had the same argument with people. My dad.
Mm-hmm.
People. I mean, George W. Bush has done that. I mean, I personally don't think you should get away with that.
Mm-hmm. So that was the kind of, you wanted to take that accusation, on the campaign trail?
Yeah, I wanted to go to, I could speak to, I know about colleges, I know about tennis, I can go and speak at, tennis organizations. The USTA, okay, Tom.
Yeah.
Maybe you think you know so much about this too, but the USTA has a lot of conferences, okay?
Okay.
I am a registered USTA tennis instructor, okay?
Yeah.
I teach at one of the top country clubs in the entire United States of America, okay? And there happens to be, in this country, all right, a First Amendment to the Declaration of Independence which says that you can say what you want.
Absolutely.
And I could speak there at the USDA conference as, and promote my dad. And if I was to say, to tell people about this about George Bush, would you vote for George Bush if you knew that he assassinated JFK Jr.?
I definitely wouldn't vote for him if I knew.
Okay, well, there you go. It's like, that's what I'm saying. I've been, railroaded on this whole thing. And, thing is, they won't let me go out. There's guys around. There's a lot of people around. You don't know what it's like when you run for office. Like, you know, because it's like I'm running for office too in a way. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm waiting on the vote count too. As soon as I leave, you know, this party, I'm going to go and find out who won the election.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, they get a lot of people around you who keep you from talking if they don't want you to, if they don't agree. You know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of the Secret Service guys, I think a lot of them are Republicans. You know what I mean?
Okay. So you think?
I think a lot of them are Republicans, and they don't want me to talk about it. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
You know, I can't talk about this too much because they're there's a lot of them around.
Yeah. Now, what do you think? What's your life going to be like if, say, your father does not become vice president?
If he doesn't?
Yeah. I mean, do you have any?
It's gonna suck. I mean, it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. I mean, you should be vice president. And first of all, it's like, you know, how do you lose to a guy who assassinated JFK Jr.? A, okay. And B, it's like, I got this inner ear disequilibrium, okay? I can't get any lawyer to take my case because everybody says that she doesn't have any money.
Yeah.
And I know she does, okay?
Okay.
And it's like, you know, so I can't, you know, I don't know how much longer I can go out there and try and teach tennis when I can't even stand up on the court, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if do you play tennis?
Not really, no.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound like you do. And if you're out there, you have to have, you know, what I call, like, mobility.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And if you have an inner ear disequilibrium, you have almost like no one. I'm like 75% diminished under my mobility, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And here, I don't want to, go into a whole numbers thing, but I can make, as a tennis pro at the Highlands Tennis Court, if I'm including tips, okay? I'm only going to include 50% of tips because I don't declare everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
It's, you get cash, you don't declare anything. It's like working as like a waiter. And I can make, $75,000. I mean, I have $75,000 a year, okay, at Highlands. That's 6 months out of the year.
Yeah.
Plus the free 2 weeks in the Grill Beach, okay, in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, plus the Bridgeport Y, which I just do, because I like kids. Okay?
Okay.
And so I'm trying to sue her. I got at least another 25 years as a tennis pro, okay? Because I can play. I'm going to be able to play until at least I'm 65, okay? So I'm looking at losing 75%, $75,000 a year for 30 years. I haven't done the math on it, but, I mean, it's a lot of money. I don't know. It's like $50,000 a year for 30 years. I don't know. You can do the math. $1.5 million.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what I'm trying to sue her for. She got an internet site. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's going to be exciting to see how things shape up tonight.
Geez. Dude, I'm at a party with a bunch of strippers from Scores.
Wow.
This girl's taking off her shirt right now. I'm like about 35 yards from me, or 35 feet from me right now. Oh my God.
Well, it sounds kind of like you're.
I gotta go because my dad's gonna win the campaign.
Okay, well
But listen, Tom.
Yeah.
If you ever, if anybody in your audience wants to take tennis lessons,
okay,
I'm gonna have an internet site. One of the things when I sue, one of the things I'm gonna make sure that happens is that I get her internet site.
So you're gonna take her site
Margarita, www.margarita.com. I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change it in. There's gonna be like a stripper section, but that's gonna be set off. So, and the other part will be like tennis lessons.
Okay.
So, if you want to get tennis lessons,
Okay, so people can go to Margarita.
Well, I haven't set that up yet. But
so potentially they can go.
Yeah, maybe check it in 3 months.
Okay.
3 months, and if there's any attorneys out there. Because attorneys work on commission.
Yes.
When you sue, they take part of what you win. And I'm suing for like $1.5 million.
So that's a nice paycheck for an attorney.
If there's an attorney out there who wants to take my case. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So they should call you, and then then you call me. Call me at the White House, hopefully.
Yeah, well, you actually are going to have a very exciting night tonight. I'm
telling you, it's going to be awesome because there's a lot of girls who are interested in the guy who's going to be, the next vice president.
The guy who has the VP's ear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good. It's all good. You know what I mean? It's all good.
Well,
who let the dogs out, right?
That's right. Well, I guess we'll see who let the dogs out. Let's see who wins the election tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, man. Hey, it was good talking to you.
It was great talking to you.
What kind of music play there? You play rock?
Yeah, pretty much.
I like the Allman Brothers.
So you like the older classic stuff?
I like all sorts of rock.
Uh-huh. Well,
Yeah.
We're probably going to, we play stuff that I guess is newer here.
That's cool. That's cool. I like rock. It's good. It's good. And did you ever meet that girl from Fresh Air?
No. See, this is not an NPR station. It's,
you don't ever meet her, huh?
No.
It's like I guess there's a lot of different people in radio.
Yeah, there's a lot of different radio stations and people move in different circles.
I told you I know that guy Matty Siegel, right? Who's Kids 108 in Bridgeport.
Yeah, that's
He's a good guy.
It's well, I'm glad we were able to get you on the air the way he had you on the air, and
yeah, he was good. You guys actually gave more time than he did. But he's a good guy. Mm-hmm. They do all sorts of contests and stuff like that on that show. You know what I mean? So they don't have as much time to talk to people.
Yeah, I guess it's like
they don't do as much politics.
Yeah, we can kind of spread out here and talk about things.
Yeah, that's cool. I think that's better.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Hey, you got any free CDs or anything like that?
No, see, we really it's kind of it's a self-supported station, so we really don't give stuff away, or it's not like a commercial.
That's cool. I think that's
station.
better.
I think so too. We wouldn't have been able to talk to you this long if you couldn't.
All right, then.
If we did that.
All right, I gotta go.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right.
Okay, great.
All right, go, Lieberman.
All right.
All right.
Great, thanks
Everybody
a lot.
Should go out and vote. If you haven't voted, go out and vote.
Okay, thanks a lot, Alan.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Good night. That was Alan Lieberman, who's the son of Joe Lieberman, checking in. It is you're listening to WFMU East Orange, WXHD Mount Hope, worldwide on the internet at WFMU.org. Oh, wow, that was something else. So why don't we get back to the music? Here's something from the Feelies on WFMU.